describe the material.
Yep.
Okay. And so what I was saying to them is this is would be considered rich ore.
That's right.
What would be the percentage on this?
That there's likely about 15%
Okay.
bitumen in the sand.
And what this is a real small silica sand. And the silica sand, unlike the beach sand you would find in California, much smaller, much finer, and it's coated with this bitumen. Bitumen, another word for crude. What is the viscosity? What's the gravity of this?
I don't know. I don't know the date.
Yeah, it's pretty old
pretty
stuff.
Heavy.
Yeah, this would be maybe between 5 and 8.
Yeah.
It's extremely oxidized, so the light ends are no longer with it. And it's also, as you can see, this white area has clays in it. Other than that, because the content is so high, even though it's oxidized, it's so high that you can literally pull it apart and see the bitumen is still on there. So the job is to hydroblast this, hydro-cut it to mine it initially, and then hydroblast it to get 100% of that bitumen off each grain of sand. And to do that, you've got to shear it completely at close proximity. And what you could wind up with here is this jar was about up to here, and I sheared it up on a bench, what I call a quick and dirty bench test. And you can see the sand now is quite fine there, and it still has some more bitumen in there, but that's a process, as he says, of flotation to get the rest of it off. And when it's off, it is just a real thick, heavy crude that is bitumen, and that is what we're trying to get off of the rocks that you see. You can see it's getting a little warm, so it's pretty loose, and you can also see that our formula is in there and that it won't attach to anything, so it tends not to stick to anything, whether that's secondary containment or pipeline. And if it doesn't have it on there, it will stick, but if it does, you can see that it won't stick. So the job is to get the bitumen off the sand, but further is that we need to have clean sand. So we'll make sure that that's an objective as well, so that we don't have any environmental issues. And also we fully intend to recycle the Petromax product as well, and then at some point clean that up, but certainly recycle, and that's it. And as Dave has seen it before, it will bridge. And so that when you're taking the oil off, it'd be much thicker, much blacker. But I suspect if we left it here long enough, we'd get that. Okay, he had a low water light, that's why he stopped. Otherwise, we were trying to get the water level up to here. That would have given us more exposure to the bitumen on the sand and try to get flotation. But right now, I would suspect the sand is probably down to there, maybe half and half. And the higher the ratio, the better the opportunity for the oil to get by the dropping sand. And the fact is, we can recycle anyway. So that's a very appropriate thing to do. This is kind of a plus, guys, because not any sparging at all. Let me turn it around a little bit. Does that help? Yeah. Ready? See that? Drop the solids quicker, and when I do that, the more that happens, the floating oil will begin to want to bind to itself much quicker.
Just broke the emulsion, didn't you?
Yeah, just broke the emulsion.